This is the BCNM network. The following broadcast is intended solely for the enjoyment and entertainment of our audience. This is the Blue Collar Minutemen Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Blue Collar Minutemen Show. Bill and myself, Elgin, here, wishing you a great day. And in case you didn't know, it is Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl! Yay!
So by the time you all watch this, I mean, I don't know if you'll watch it, but if you pick us to watch over the Super Bowl for a little bit, thank you. I am going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this one real quick. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, me too, huh? I'm going to go, it's going to be my future home, so.
Well, Justin couldn't be with us today. He had some family things that he had to do, and we're not going to hate on that because, hey, family first. But Justin threw his pick out there, so Justin's picking the Chiefs. He's going with the Chiefs, so we're going to see who's going to win this one. Also, I got a $5 bet going with my brother. He's picking the Chiefs. So a $5 bet and one of my good cigars is up for grabs in this one. But enough about that. Bill, you doing all right?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Been traveling a lot, but it's all right. That's all I'm going to say for that right now.
Yeah.
But nothing really went on major this week. Biden is still doing his thing. I mean, it's stupidity is all it is. And I think it's starting to really show in news and in interviews and different things he is doing. But I think we're going to start this show by looking at something that affects every American and that we need to understand. Bill, you want to take it from here on that?
All right. What we've been getting a lot of questions and watching a lot of discussion going on is pertaining to the First Amendment. And everybody's getting blocked off Facebook, YouTube, videos taken down, everything, and everybody's screaming, it's a violation of my First Amendment right. Let's look at the First Amendment real quick. I'm going to read it to you right here, straight off the paper. Okay, the First Amendment says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment or religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievance. Okay. The only thing the First Amendment gives you the right of free speech is against Congress. Congress can't pass a law telling you can't say this, you can't say that. It has nothing to do with Facebook deleting your post or YouTube pulling your videos. If we're going to fight the fight, let's be sure we got a leg to stand on. Now, if the government gets involved with Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, then yeah, it's starting to violate your rights. Right now, it's just powerful individuals stifling your expression and your free speech. It's like today, the Twitter banned the Gateway Pundit because the Gateway Pundit come out and started talking about Mike Lindell's video. So they've been permanently banned from Twitter. Is that illegal? No. Is it a violation of their constitutional rights? No. Is it right? No. But it's not illegal.
It operates basically the same way as, let's say, Bill, you own a business and your business sells ice cream cones. And you, as a business owner, get people in all day. But you, as a business owner, can decide, hey, I'm going to ban clowns from in my ice cream parlor. And then you have that right to ban clowns if that's what you want to do. So it's basically what Bill is saying is the same thing. So if you're on Facebook, they're the business, they allow you to come in and buy their ice cream. And if they said they don't like you coming in and talking the way you talk, then of course they can ban you from it. So same thing.
And but then again, on that, then you get in, everybody's like, well, what about the cake? And the cake maker would make the cake and he got sued. You know, eventually he won. Eventually, by the time it went through the Supreme Court, he won.
Yeah.
So,
but it was a headache in the
process. It was a headache in the process, correct. A lot of smaller courts ruled against him, but in the end, his right stood up. So
right.
All right. Let's go on. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to add to that you know, that's the type of culture we're in right now, where just because you have an opinion or because you don't like the way things are going, or because you as an owner make a decision for you or your business, you know, now you become under scrutiny. Everybody's a racist. Everybody's, you know, homophobic, you know, and that's not the case. It's just that cancel culture and that outrage culture, as they called it, which is, as we know, is stupid, and we've got to stop it. But Bill, you had another one?
We wanted to go ahead and throw out the Second Amendment there. It's pretty self-explanatory. It says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people, it's not the right of the police, right of the military, right of whatever, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed on. Now, what did we learn in law enforcement about the word shall?
Shall basically means, well, crap, I'm drawing a blank.
You got to do it. Yeah. You have like some of the laws we have a leeway to use discretion. And those that you may arrest on this, you may do this, you may do that. When it says shall arrest, shall, we ain't got no choice.
Right.
That is, you will do it. And it has the shall not be infringed. That means it shall not be infringed upon. Your right to bear arms shall not be infringed upon.
And of course, what are they trying to do right now?
Infringe upon. If that House bill, or what is it, HR 127?
Yeah.
God, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I haven't even read it all, and I've just what I've heard of it. I'm like, I'm not going to lower my IQ to read this.
It is stupid. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. It doesn't basically come out and say, we're taking your guns. It comes out and says, if you keep your guns, we want to charge you millions of dollars every year to keep your gun.
Yeah.
So, no, that would be infringing, in my opinion.
Just to let you know, I had a bad accident and half of my guns were lost, and someone took my guns. And I haven't even found the guy yet who took them.
Yeah, well, I had a boat wreck yesterday, and I had everything on the boat, and it just went to the bottom of the lake. So. I made it out okay. Fishing gear made it out, but all my guns, they're gone.
But this is what we're getting at, people. It's like what Bill was saying, when we enter this fight, let's know the rules of engagement, and let's know the ammunition that we have, how to use it to fight against all the stupidity that is coming down the pipe. I think, Bill, you had mentioned something, Parler might be back up this week.
Yeah, Dan Bongino says that sometime later this week, they should be back up.
I hope that's a good thing. I still have my Parler account. Parler was actually really good. And that's, of course, is one of the things that they kind of infringed upon, because Parler was owned by a different company. And just because they were allowing us to talk and have free speech and free mind, then they want to shut them down. And I think that is part of the First Amendment infringing upon it on that. Am I right?
Well, not really, because Amazon owned the servers that Parler was using. And Amazon, the company, made the decision to shut down Parler.
Okay. See that?
There was some breach of contracts. There was, there was a whole. Dan Bongino does a whole show on what all went on with Parler. If you get time to look it up on Rumble, I don't know if YouTube even still has it up yet. It was on YouTube, but if you go to Dan Bongino on Rumble, you can look that up and watch his explanation of what all happened. And he's part owner in the company, so he should know.
Right. And we've mentioned him before on the show. I mean, the guy is legitimate. If you all haven't looked him up, I mean, I'm following him on Instagram, and he's posted photos of him guarding President Bush, unfortunately guarding Obama, but that was his job. So, I mean, he's legit when he talks about the government and what his knowledge is of the inner workings of our government.
Yeah, he's retired Secret Service, for those that don't know.
Yeah. Yes. So the man is legit, worth following, good patriot, and he's giving good information. But yeah, that's the First and Second Amendment, people. We got to know it. Like I said, we got to know the rules of engagement, and we got to know the weapons that we can use to fight. And so, speaking of fighting and the weapons we have, Mike Lindell. How many people know who he is? Bill, did you know who he was?
Oh, yeah.
It took me a minute to figure out who he was, to be honest with you.
I've been watching him for a while. He came on the scene somewhere around between 16 and 17, 2016, 2017. My Pillow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the My Pillow guy.
Now, he has a fascinating story of his life, if you're interested in looking him up and reading about it. How he was a successful businessman, making money, a lot of money, basically became a Hunter Biden, started snorting it off his nose, and became a crackhead and everything else, and went all the way to the bottom. Then, through the grace of God, pulled himself up.
Yep.
Got his stuff back together and founded the My Pillow company.
Hey, Bill, one quick question. Did he pull himself up by his bootstraps?
Yeah, that's it. He pulled himself up by his bootstraps. Now, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, who's been on the infomercials, has made it back. But Mike Lindell has turned out to be a great patriot and a supporter, of course, of President Trump. And you were saying, Bill?
Let me just throw this little caveat in there real quick. Yesterday, Joe Pags was interviewing Mike Lindell on his show. As he was interviewing him, he just reached over and typed in, "I'm interviewing Mike Lindell," on his Facebook page. There was nothing on there except "I'm interviewing Mike Lindell." As soon as he finished posting that, Facebook tagged it as false information.
What?
Yes. Facebook tagged it as false information. He is sitting there doing the show, talking, And the only thing he puts on Facebook is, I am currently interviewing Mike Lindell. As he's interviewing, he's looking at the computer screen and they tag it as false information. I mean, it just said, I'm interviewing Mike Lindell. But that's false information. Anything that comes out of Mike Lindell, they're going to deem as false information.
Wow.
Now, has anyone seen his video?
Oh, I watched it.
If you haven't seen his video, you need to watch his video. This man has spent a lot of money and a lot of time doing this investigation. And he has the proof.
The proof is shown. Now, let me add this caveat. It is a 2-hour video full of a lot of information, but you have to watch it to the very end, because the information in the beginning sets up the information that you get at the end. So
Right.
then you understand it. And of course, I had to watch it in sections just because of work and different things I was doing. But I was able to complete it. And Bill, what is your opinion on it?
My opinion is it's going to cause a stir. I don't know what we can do for it about it. I have no idea, and neither does anyone else. But a couple things have happened since this video has come out and been made public. Number one, are you aware that the Supreme Court on Friday, after this video come out, has agreed now, finally, to hear the case from Georgia, case from Pennsylvania, the case from Michigan, and the case from Wisconsin.
Oh, where were they?
They have now agreed to hear those 4 cases. But now here's the thing. They've agreed to hear those 4 cases. They've put them on the docket. But guess what? The docket won't be they won't complete that docket till about October.
That figures.
But they're going to hear them. They're going to hear the cases. They found there's enough merit now in these cases to hear it.
I mean,
where were they 2 months ago?
That's what I was saying. It's like, where were they?
Now, all of a sudden, there's merit to these cases.
So, here's the thing about the proof that everybody wanted to hear, and Mike Lindell shows it. I'm gonna spoil the ending, but the ending is something that majority of us already knew. The thing is that even though we knew what was going on, the actual visual part of how it is done is what Mike Lindell puts together for you to visually see it and then connect the dots. But basically, as all of this voting was going on, he brings up a map of the United States, China. It's a map of the world countries. And in real time, he explains it as well. The votes are going in, and you see the dots on the United States popping up as the votes are coming in. What you then see is let's start with China. You then see from China, them come over basically and connect to the machines that are in the United States. And there is a data flow that is going from China to the machines. Then you see data flow coming from Italy. Then you see data flow coming from another country. And all of this flow of data that is exchanging is the hack. It is the changing of the votes. Now, like I said, I'm leaving a lot out, so you have to watch his video. Find this video. Bill, I don't know. Were we able to put a link on our page for that?
I will try my best to get that up there with this video.
Okay.
Okay, as I put this video up, see, I had to, since I already had the videos up, I couldn't get it added to it. but I can add the link to this video.
Okay, but what was the name of it? Absolute Truth or
Absolute truth, 100% absolute truth.
Absolute Truth.
Now, with that being said, it's probably 100% absolute truth. We'll get thrown off Facebook and YouTube after this. I mean, everyone else from the Gateway Pundit down to Mike Lindell and Pegs have been thrown off.
Yes.
So we
We're still
could
on
very well just be on Rumble and of course on MeWe's freely and our webpage.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But people, I'm telling you that this, when people ask you, well, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Mike Lindell has given you the proof. He has, and to back it up, he talks to people, talks to individuals who were specifically, talked to one lady who was on the ground watching the votes. He speaks specifically with people from intelligence and some other ones that I can't remember right now, but he brings them on and asks them the question and what they witnessed. This is the proof.
What else came about right after the video came out?
Are you talking about?
Okay, you can't make this up.
No.
The Times have put out an article saying that there was cheating, saying that there was a group of people that was their main job and their focus was to rig this election.
Oh, where were they?
But that was a good thing because it saved our democracy from Trump.
Now,
save our democracy by cheating our democracy.
So, yeah. And Bill, I brought this up to you. Check this out, people. So, confirmed, they know that over 70 million people voted for Trump in a democracy. 70 million, over 70 million voted to elect a man as president. And they see that as a way to save our democracy, that we don't have the common sense enough ourselves to make the decision to elect a guy president.
You can't make it up. I mean, read the Times story. It specifically says they are aware and they know that there was fraud, there was this, there was a group of people. Their whole job was to turn this election around, to do this, do that, but it was a good thing. And it saved our country.
Well, I also saw that on Fox News, Laura Ingraham actually reported on it too, and she actually called it a cabal, which is what we're saying.
You can't make it up, people. I mean, what are we supposed to believe? What are we supposed to do? I don't think I trust another election unless something seriously is done.
Well, I mean, Bill, I think, and I said this too, after Mike Lindell's video, I said this is going to be the awakening. When people start seeing the actual facts and actually can see the evidence, there's
now been over 15 million people watch the video. So
that's good. If you all have it, share it with all your friends and family, because this is it. I mean, we've talked about it. We knew it was coming. Trump knew it was coming. Everything has been leading to this, and it happened. And then because of propaganda, media, celebrities, paid off politicians, deep state. It has all led up this.
Let me read you some of the headlines. Okay, Dominion, this is from CNN. Dominion spokesman says Mike Lindell is begging to be sued. Well, if they had something to sue him for, why didn't they go ahead and sue him? Okay. New York Times. There's several false claims our fact checkers find in Mike Lindell's new film.
Oh, God. See what they're trying to do. The media
from the Times. My pillow guy's fever dream. And David Hogg. You remember David Hogg?
No. Who's that?
That kid who supposedly witnessed the shootings at the school and everything, and then they found out he wasn't even at school, but became a big activist and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's launched his own pillow company now to put My Pillow out of business.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. She started with Lindell yesterday on Peg's show. He said, Pegs asked him, has the boycott and you've been taken out of these stores hurt your company? His answer was, actually, it's made us more money because I don't have to go through a middleman now, and they're just buying it straight from the factory, and I'm going to hire 1,200 new employees. I'm doing so well. So,
hey, Bill.
Yeah.
One quick question: Are they going to be legal citizens? Because I mean, you can't hire just legal citizens now.
That's right. Ask Mr. Musk. Y'all do know Texas, it's not Texas, but the government is looking into Elon Musk down in Texas because he has a requirement that you're a U.S. citizen before he hires you. And they're saying he's discriminating against illegal aliens. This is coming out of Washington.
Oh, God.
But what will we do, Elgin? We'll just circle back to that.
We'll circle back to that.
If y'all haven't watched the new press secretary, you got to, because everything they asked her, she's going to circle back to that.
I think she's just going around in a circle.
She has no idea what Biden's doing, because I don't think anybody does. And God love her, she's trying to keep up. But we'll just circle back to that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to bring this up from the Hodge twins, because I watched them. And one of them brought up a good point. It's like, you know what? She might actually be a brilliant lady. She might be smart as all get out. But look what she's got to work with. If that's what you had to work for and you had to answer questions about, you'd circle back too.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, geez, you can't make any of this up. But what you said just then, Bill, with what the Post is saying, I think you said the Post, Washington Times, see, they're starting the propaganda again. They're trying to put the American people's minds on something that is all that they have shown the proof and the evidence. So now they're doing this is a counter campaign to put doubt in your minds and to counteract the truth, which is the truth. So this is how media warfare is played. There's truth that comes out, then there's a counterattack. Counterattack is, of course, the media and fact checkers claiming that it's nothing. So that's the counterattack.
Here's another one. CNBC. My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell releases absurd conspiracy infomercial.
Oh, they're calling it.
And Twitter not only deleted Mike Lindell, but they even took My Pillow's page off. The only thing they did on My Pillow was advertise.
Actually, Mike Lindell was on, I forgot which news it was, but he told them, like, they kicked me off of Twitter. They kicked me off of Facebook, you know.
He must be telling the truth. It's the only reason they kick you off.
What's that meme of that, the one black guy that everybody puts up like?
Yeah.
It was like, aha.
He must be telling the truth.
Well, like I said, I think this is the part of the Great Awakening, because there were diehard people who already knew that this was fraud. So now it's getting those people who might have been on the fence and not necessarily knowing. Mike Lindell is showing them, and this should open their eyes. And even for those people who thought that there wasn't anything going on, this should still be an eye opener for them and make them question the decision that they made and following these idiots that are up there right now. So, but I don't know. It
says Lindell made a statement after Dominion made the statement that he's wanting to be sued.
Mm-hmm.
Lindell says, I want Dominion to put up their lawsuit because I have 100% evidence that China and other countries use their machines to steal the election. He said, let them sue me. I've got proof. So,
oh, you froze there for a minute, Bill.
Yeah, I think that. Must be getting cold out.
Yeah. Say it again.
Said, he's like, let them sue me. I've got the proof that their machines were hacked. So.
Yeah. And we know it. So, I mean, there's a lot.
Question is, what can you do about it?
Well, I think this is going to start a ripple effect is what it's going to do. I think this is going to start, this is the drop. And of course, from the drop, the waves come out. And as the waves come out, they get wider and bigger and longer. I think this is going to make people realize the change that needs to be done all across this country, from the capital all the way down to the local level. This is going to open people's eyes to make them get out and realize that the next person who runs for council, who runs for mayor, who runs for governor, who runs for treasurer, this is going to make them actually ask the questions, what are you going to do for the people?
But in the meantime, the country's being destroyed.
Yeah.
We may not have another election if they have their way.
Well, Bill, I know that you and I here at the Blue Collar Minutemen, we're watching several things that are going on. So I know I even heard it from someone asked me why we're not talking about something else that's going on. And I said, well, there's a lot of information out there, and we see what had happened before the election with all the information that we got. And it just kind of seemed like it was all false and planted information. So with that being said, we do know there's a lot of things going on out there. The reason we're not discussing it on the podcast is because being able to verify that information as actual truth is kind of hard right now. And it's kind of the same thing that
we just don't want to mislead people.
Right. And we don't want to mislead you. So it's kind of the same thing that Mike Lindell has done, because all of the people were saying that the evidence is there. Well, where is it? Well, now he's brought it all together, and here's the evidence. So the evidence is there that something is going on, but there's no way to verify that it's actually going to happen or these things are going to happen. So
when it does, and when we get the information, you will be the first to know.
You will be the first to know. You know, with Biden and this craziness that's going on, we do have a few things trying to fight for us. Matt Gantz has been trying to put up a good fight for the people. Ted Cruz, Rand Paul has, but he's trying. So then, of course, Bill, as you know, North Dakota has taken it upon themselves to pass legislation that anything that comes down from the government that they don't have to follow.
But in Missouri.
And Missouri?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So these states are following suit. Texas is already wanting to secede from the union. So I kind of say we all just become one big Texas.
Yeah. Once I'll be a county in Texas. Huh?
So, geez, Pete. But I mean, we're seeing these states follow suit. Florida is already kind of doing their own thing. They've got a good governor down there. Like Bill said, his future home. If you do move to Florida, take all your guns because they'll welcome you with open arms.
I gotta go get them out of the bottom of the lake first.
I may have to buy some more.
Yeah.
I'll get them for some black market people or something. But what else?
We're at 37.
Okay. But that's kind of about it we had for this show. People, it's boiled down to us. I've said it again. It's us getting up and saying, like I said, whether it be local level, state level, it's us getting up and saying, what are you going to do for us, the people? And we need to start recognizing the fluff that they put out. Oh, well, just shake my hand, buddy. I got it taken care of. Don't you worry about it. No, we don't want no more fluff. Give us the truth. And that's what we have to start demanding. And we demand that we hold these people accountable for their actions.
Exactly.
Bill, what do you got?
Well, just everybody enjoy the Super Bowl tonight. Don't get too drunk, and definitely don't try to drive, because I know around here they're having a big campaign on drinking and driving tonight. So if you got a drink, call a cab, call an Uber, get a friend to drive you somewhere.
Exactly.
Be safe. Just do it safely.
Be safe. Like Bill said, enjoy the Super Bowl. Take a break from all of this, and just kick back, eat some popcorn, chips, and dip, whole nine, and we'll see what Monday holds for us. Lord help us. But that's it from us here at the Blue Collar Minutemen. Bill.
Peace.
We'll see you next time. As always, God bless you all. God bless America.